This is going to be the single video you need to watch to learn everything about freelancing. Hello everyone, I hope you are doing amazing. This is Sameeksha Juneja this side, and in today's video we will be discussing about how to start as a freelancer. Like what are the basic things you need to require and how the whole procedure works. Like this is going to be the ultimate guide of all the things that you need to start up as a freelancer. I'll be discussing everything in detail. You will get to learn about proposal, agreement, lead generation, clients, and everything. So make sure to watch it till the very end. So without any further delay, let's start with this video. First thing is learning a skill. Of course, you need to learn some skill. You need to acquire some skills that which you can offer as your service. You need to learn it. It may be graphic, okay, so giving some options, giving some ideas, that may be graphic designing, it may be video editing. These are the common ones. Another can be funnel builder. It requires some practice. Portfolio designing, resume writing, LinkedIn ghostwriting, social media management, and much more. Like these are some basic ones and that are trending. So just pick a thing, learn it, and start doing freelancing on that basis and start earning. But here are a few things you need to take care of. First thing is you need to contact with other people who are doing some related stuff like that. Maybe you are a LinkedIn ghostwriter and you are not as much good with graphic designing, or if you are a social media manager and you are not that much good with graphic designing, so make sure you learn a bit of it and you also know some people who will do it for you, like from whom you can outsource so that you can offer it in your pack. Number second, start with whatever you know. Perfectionism is a myth. Start with whatever you know. Like if you are a graphic designer, there are still people who just give you 100 to 200 bucks for just writing a sentence on a graphic. Try working with those types of clients first and start and do upskill yourself along the way. Start upskilling yourself along the way and start getting onto big gigs and big clients who will be offering more and who want to get some different designs designed. You can learn along the way and you can just start with basic things. So now let's come to the second part, that is portfolio. You need a portfolio to start up as a freelancer. A portfolio is a landing page basically in which your lead, your client can access your skills. So you can define it easily using Canva or Notion. I have a separate video on how to define a portfolio, like how to create a portfolio as a beginner. You can check it out, in which I have talked about portfolio and everything that needs to be included in a portfolio for beginners. So make sure to check it out from that video. Yes, a portfolio is a must. It is a landing page where the people will access your skills, your capabilities, and every person, the person who approaches you for your services or the person to whom you approach to provide your services, always ask for a portfolio. A portfolio depicts your previous client work, your sample work, your testimonials, your experience, and all that stuff. You can watch out that video to know more about portfolio. But once you start learning a skill, once you decide which services you are offering, build a portfolio on that skill. And the third thing is lead generation. Now it is the main thing, how to get clients for your service. So there are various options to start freelancing. Number first is you can share it with the people you know. You can do network marketing. Network marketing means you are sharing it with status on your phones, your friends' phones, like anybody in your neighborhood, your city can ask you for your services. Second thing is there are many platforms available like Fiverr, Upwork, on which you can list yourself as a service provider and people can approach you from that server, like that platform. Number third is Facebook groups. These were very famous like 5 years before now. Like freelancers used to survive on these groups only. So you can get into various Facebook groups on which people recruit graphic designers, and you can also be with them, you can engage with people, and the opportunities will come your way. Network is essential. Start engaging with people who are from your same industry, and soon you will getting clients through referrals and all that stuff. And the number fourth that personally worked for me is LinkedIn. Start showcasing your work on LinkedIn. Start sharing the samples you have prepared. Start showcasing your work, and soon you will get clients. And as I mentioned earlier, you need to build your network. LinkedIn is going to be beneficial for you to build your network only. You can engage with top service providers of your field as well as the new beginners, and therefore you can exchange your clients and stuff. I have a separate video on how to generate leads on my channel. You can check it out, in which I have explained about inbound lead, outbound lead in detail. So make sure to check it out if you want to know about lead generation easily. And this is about the lead generation thing. You first of all, you need to learn a skill. Second is you need to create a portfolio, and the number third is you need to get some leads. You need to get some people to, or who will be taking your services. Number fourth is meeting, in which a lead qualifies and they want to take your services. Then you just transfer them onto a meeting in which you discuss about pricing, deadlines, like how much time you will get to define a project or to do some specific task. You can discuss about that. You can discuss about other things, how you work, the medium of communication you will be using, payment modes and payment timings, like when they will pay you and whenever like they are going to pay you, and what are the charges and all that stuff. Like you get one-to-one conversation, you get to know the client, their nature, their requirements and everything, and the client gets to know you. And the other thing is, if you are using outbound lead generation method, I've talked about this in that lead generation video, you can check it out. If you are using that outbound lead generation method in which the person agrees, okay, I can work with you, but they are going to accept you, like they are going to know all of your skills in that meeting only. So make sure to be bold in that meeting that you need to close that deal. Learn some sales tricks, learn some pitching tricks, pitch them using a proper strategy, proper dates and everything, like how you work, what is your working mode, how many times you have worked your previous results. In that meeting, you need to be a bit bolder and with a mindset that yes, you have to book this client through your sales thing. Like if it is an inbound lead, that then they know that okay, they have seen your work and they only approached you, then they know a bit of you and they agree to work with you. That doesn't mean that you can be lenient in that inbound lead generation wali meeting, but still it is comparatively less like easier. You can book them easily. However, that also requires proper strategy, proper framework, proper timelines and a formal way. But for outbound lead generation, you need to be much more prepared so that you can pitch them wisely and book them as your clients. And the number fifth is onboarding them. Onboarding is like you are getting ready to work with them, and that is onboarding. So it has specific things. Number first is proposal. You send them a proposal. It is completely optional for sure. You send them a proposal. A proposal is a thing that includes the plans you offer. Like it could be monthly plan. Like if you are a graphic designer, taking an example of graphic designer, if you are a graphic designer, how much you charge per template, how much you charge for a carousel, how much you charge for a thumbnail, YouTube thumbnail, or you may offer your monthly plans. In my monthly plans, I offer 15 Instagram posts, 5 reels, and I charge this much for this. I have 3 monthly plans also. So that is proposal, in which you are talking, you have mentioned your packages and their pricings. In portfolio, we do not mention our pricing and the services we offer, the plans we have. It is just a landing page through which they can access us, they can know about us. But the proposal is something in which we are telling completely about the packages we offer and our pricings and everything. So once you are done with proposal and they decide to work with, they decide a plan and start working with you, Then you sign an agreement. This is essential, like in which you include the duration of your work, the payment modes you are using, when and how the payment will be done, if it advance or if it at the service end, what are the your work conditions. You can add, like if I'm a LinkedIn ghostwriter, like I worked as a LinkedIn ghostwriter, so I added, like if an account got restricted or if a controversy arises, the client will be responsible. So make sure to add some things on which you can like in that could lead to a conflict later on. Make sure to clear them in your agreement. You need to add your dates, your payment methods, how you work. Next thing is invoice. You need to send an invoice, a bill of your services, like okay, this much you are charging. You can send them prior also or after the services have been done, after you have done the work for whole month or the week as per your conditions. You need to send them an invoice, and this is essential, and it can be easily created using apps like Zoho Invoice, and other apps are available on Play Store. You can easily create them. It is nothing like panicking like situation. They are easily creatable, and you also don't need a GST number. Like I used to get confused with it in the beginning. You don't need a GST number as a beginner, as a like as you, whenever you are newbie, you don't need a GST number for that. You can simply start with freelancing and generate an invoice using Zoho Invoice and can send it. It is easy thing, like it is the easiest thing of freelancing I have ever seen. Sending an invoice and getting the payment received. Best part about freelancing. However, kidding. Other things are also interesting, and freelancing is the most growth oriented profession in which you get to work with different people from different professions with different demands and everything. It is the most growth oriented profession, and you learn much more about sales, marketing, the skills which are out of your box and are essential life skills. You get to learn about those also. So freelancing is the most growth oriented profession. And the last thing is about onboarding is you need to send them a onboarding message or a onboarding guide. This is also optional. Like once you onboard them, you send them invoice, an agreement is done. You can send them an onboarding message or some free graphics or a free ebook if you have written anything free of your resources. You can send them. This also creates some formality, like formal thing it creates, but it is completely okay if you are starting up as a beginner. Then you don't need to send them. And and the next thing is, and the sixth thing is, provide your quality. Do the best of your work. Get it done best. Like do. And the number six thing, and the most crucial one is provide quality. Maintain your quality. Respect your client so that they retain with you, so that you don't have to get in the burden of onboarding client every month. Make sure that you provide quality so that they retain with you for a long time. And once you provide them quality, you retain them, they are surely going to refer you to the people they know, and surely you are going to attract more clients. So retaining clients is equally important, and this can be done by providing quality and providing respect to them. So make sure to do this. And that's it for this video. I guess this is the simplest video you can ever watch on YouTube, that is compiled, that in which you will learn about every step of freelancing. And I hope you liked it. I tried to explain it to the best of my capabilities. I hope you liked it. If so, do like it and subscribe. Subscribing gives me a lot of motivation. Wishing lots of success for you. This is Sameeksha Juneja signing off.